Hey folks, for just a bit more money than what I paid last year for the M8000 XT brakes, this year I got the XTR Race is what you see here, and the code for them is BLM9000. They also have a trail version of the XTR, which is the 9020. That I wasn't that interested in those brakes, mostly because they use the servo wave just like the XTs. In my case, I was looking for something that would give me better modulation, so I wanted to try something without the servo wave. I think the graphic here is wrong because if you look, it shows that both the 9020 and the 9000 use the servo wave. In reality, the 9020s do, so the trail version does have servo wave. The race version, this one doesn't. You can see here the reach adjustment is done with the little screw. You don't have the knob for the adjustment. They're mostly designed for cross-country and trail. The 9020s would add the all mountain in there, and they do have that reach adjustment. They use mineral oil iSpec 2 interface to connect to your shifters. You use the little funnel. I don't know what that means, and the lever is designed for two-finger operation. BH90 SM BH90 is the hose used, so if you ever need replacement inserts and olives, that's what you should be looking for. And down here you can see that this hose is 1 meter long. For me, that means that this is the front brake. The pads that these come with are G02A. You can see them here, the resin ones. You can also get the J04C, which would be the fin pads and the metallic pads. I expect that all the previous pads used with the XT would work on this one just fine. Design of the box is fairly different, mostly because it has this sleeve, reflective sleeve. You can see here the headquarters from California, Holland, and Osaka, Japan. These are made in Osaka, Japan, I assume. Okay, removing that little sleeve. English might be much better. So a little user's manual showing you the name of the different parts. On the back here is going to tell you to replace the brake pads when they get down to 0.5 millimeter. You start with 2 millimeters and regular operation and things like that. This is the front brake, so it comes with all the goodies. As you can see here, this is a bleeding block. Remove your pads, you insert this just so you don't contaminate them when you bleed the brakes. You use these two halves just to clamp onto your hose when you're trimming it or inserting new insert. They do come with, you can see here, a new olive, and the insert is there somewhere. You have titanium bolts, and you see them here. 1, 2, they're the short ones, so you would need to use the either 160 or 140 rotors, otherwise these would be too short. And you have this little piece of steel wire just to secure your bolts in place. You can see that your titanium bolts have this little hole here. That's pretty fancy. And here they are. Very similar design. Actually, if I bring the XT over here, let me see. Well, they look very, very similar, if not almost identical. The main differences being a few. First of all, you don't have this bite point adjustment. Doesn't exist on this race version of the XTRs. You don't have this reach adjustment. You have your little hex screw in there. The lever here is made out of carbon, again to save some more weight. Over here is aluminum, I assume. As for the clamp, is very similar, if not identical. You have the push to open here. Use a 2 millimeter hex key in order to open up this half clamp, You have the plastic insert that has to be removed if you use it in conjunction with an I-Spec B shifter. Caliper, again, keep in mind that this is the XTR race version. If you ask me, it looks identical with the XT caliper. Look at here side by side. They look identical to me. Again, a different material. This is made out of magnesium. You can see the banjo hose attachment. You have the little cover for the bleeding port. Pads are kept in place with this pin that you screw in that has a slot for a flat screwdriver. You have the little safety pin right here at the end. And looking from the other side, you can see that in this case you have pistons are black, the XT pistons are white ceramic. These are ceramic as well, but coated with a special coating that apparently is used for rocket nozzles. Go figure. In here you see the again the resin pads with the aluminum plate backing. Looking in the box for the rear brake, you're getting the olive insert and titanium bolts, and you get the longer hose, of course. One other thing that they say is that these are some of the lightest brakes around. Here, this is the rear, that is 211 grams, and compare that with the XT M8000. Stay there. This is 274, so about 65 grams. Mind you, this one has the fin pads that probably weigh a bit more, so probably about 60 grams per brake, so 120 grams saved for the pair. And you can see here the front brake that comes up to 190 grams. Again, these are filled with oil and pre-bled, ready to go. You can see here Shimano mineral oil, BLM 9000 master cylinder. I didn't mention earlier, but you have the same dimples here on the lever, and this looks like is a painted nice shiny color. 2mm hex. Use this little screw here to adjust your reach clockwise to give you more space between the lever and the handlebar. And you can see the slightly cleaner design here, as you don't have all those knobs and adjustments compared to the M8000. So I got her out on the trails, and the XT has this kind of a easy movement, and then it just the lever gets hard, and you have just a tiny bit of play here where you would modulate your brakes. In comparison to that, look at the lever here. So it's kind of harder right off the top to start with, but then it gets harder and harder and harder, and you have all this to play with. So it reminded me of the new SRAM guide brakes, in which the modulation is better. But other than that, absolutely plenty of power. I had to adjust the reach halfway, of course, and it's not that easy to work with that little adjusting screw. But other than that, I think I like them, and they're here to stay. I'm gonna hold on to them and pass my XT brakes to the next bike. And that's pretty much it, folks. I hope you found these useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the trails. Cheers!